Yes, it's that time again, kiddies. It's that time again. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Shadowhawk. Ha ha.
Hey, howdy, Rick.
Yeah, you just need to know that it begins.
There you go.
It's good. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Dan, for liking on Twitter. Uh, Dan, great interview. The Godfo universe.
Yeah,
Uh,
hell, Dan.
yeah, yeah. Where's my book? Where's my book? Where's my book? It's easy to say, buy my book, buy my book. Well, where's
That's
my
right.
book? I didn't get anything in the mail today, even though I got a tracking number from Aaron Lepresti. I know it'll
Ooh,
be
very
coming
nice.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you better hurry up. But, of course, Shadowhawks
I
is
still
probably
haven't
on
gotten
the
my
stoop.
tracking number yet, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah, yours has probably hit the stoop already and got stolen. A lot of people do that during Christmas.
Jeez,
Watch your
thanks.
stoop, folks. Oh yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun tonight, right? We're in rare and
Yeah.
rare form and full bloom.
Well, I'm
Episode
happy for you.
586. 586. Yeah,
Woohoo.
on the march to
14 more.
600. It'll be here
Yeah.
before you know it on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can come on and promote their book, or project. It doesn't necessarily have to be a book. Kind of have an open forum, you know. Uh, that's a good excuse. Good. I know.
Good.
That's all, folks. Uh, that
Giddy,
that's a
giddy,
good
giddy.
that's good excuses if I needed one to have an open forum, people to come on and send out, some maybe entice, bait, uh trap
There you go.
some people that, you know, hadn't been in here in a while to maybe cajole. That's a good word. Cajole them
Mm-hmm.
to
Today's Tuesday, is it not, Rex?
that will be on a Tuesday. Yeah, with Texas Dave will be on here for sure.
Mm, I, I was just going to remind you that today was
Um,
Tuesday. Did you send Dave the link already?
oh, today is Tuesday. No, I did not. Told you I was in rare form today. So let me
I guess so, mister.
yeah, excited to
Hey,
do the
okay.
Hey Kate. Uh she just says shush.
I know. She's always
No,
shushing
she
me.
really didn't. No, she did say shush again.
Hmm.
I should have known. Okay, gave her the benefit of the doubt, but no. Why am I going to Instagram? I'm used to going to Instagram with you, so
I
we
think
want
you
to
got
go
to
to
go.
Facebook
Let's Dave
for
on
Texas.
Facebook, I think.
Yeah, Facebook.
I still don't even know how to send a direct message on Facebook.
I know, and people that use it all the time, like LZ, he uses Facebook all the time. He's like, "Oh, you ever?" Yeah, Dave's waiting on the link because he's active. Uh,
Oh, okay.
but you know what? It gives us a few minutes. I kind of like how Topic List does it, right? Jason and Luke, they talk a little bit,
Yeah,
before
give a
having
couple of
anybody
minutes
on.
before you
It gives
jump
us,
right into the show.
yeah, it's been like 24 hours since I talked to you, maybe less, right? But
Yeah, maybe a little less,
I
but yeah.
mean, look at that sun coming in, man. Uh,
Yeah, it's really been
it's
getting
winter
you lately.
time, man. It's been blistery
It's
all day,
gray here, dude. Dude, I was
all
like,
day
oh,
long, windy, man.
yeah, shoot it. We had snow for about 2 or 3 hours this morning. It didn't really stick. It was enough to cover the cars and then melt off again.
Kate
So,
says mayonnaise Rex never change. I probably never. Well, I mean, I believe people shouldn't get in a comfort zone and be stagnant. Life is about change. We should embrace change, and we should try and change for the better. with God's help. That's kind of my thing. Somebody says you're perfect. Look, I'm I'm a diamond in the rough. I'm just trying to wear the rough edges off. Anna, my sister, texted me.
I'm still just a lump of coal.
Yesterday, and I didn't grab it. I need to go in there and grab it. She sent me a nice Christmas card. Of course, I could show it tomorrow. But she also said she watched the yesterday's show. So shout out to
cool.
Anna, my sister. Kate says,
well, that's good. She's gotta jump in the chat next time.
Huh?
I said, tell her she needs to jump into the chat next time so we can say hi to her.
Yeah, I don't know if she, does that or not, but
I mean,
I'll ask her.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get her on here. I'll cajole her. I'll trap her. I'll, snare her.
Use your wily ways, Rex.
Yeah. It'd be cool if I got her on like the 19th for our 600th anniversary. But I won't wait that long and she'll come on. She said she was a little snickered, a little snockered, a little drunk, a little punchy, whatever. When I called her the other day, on the show on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course, that was more than a day ago, but you know what I mean. It's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Well, I mean, it was only yesterday. It was Thanksgiving. Hello.
Yeah, dude.
And we're probably going to bypass Christmas and go straight into the new year. What the hell?
Shit. Yeah, I already scheduled my end of the year time off crap. They do it's interesting at my new work.
Mm-hmm.
We get like 3 days off because of the way everything falls on Christmas.
Yeah.
But we only get paid for 2 of the days. So those other 3 days I can either take without pay or I have to use my vacation time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking shitty deal.
Well.
But it's only, 3 days out of 2 weeks vacation. So, 3 days out.
And you know what? You never know what. I mean, not. When it comes to vacation time, I'm like, it's always a temptation to take it, because you never know what's going to happen to the company. My chin looks a little red on camera because I just shaved the electric shaver. Rex, I'll send you my Xmas list. Oh, cool.
Yeah, you like the electric
nobody shaver? Nothing that I hadn't already got here. I need some money, man. My unemployment's been interrupted for about over a week now, and I have an appointment tomorrow, and I just don't know if I'm going to go to it or not. I probably will, okay, but I do have to send them my resume, which I can do tonight. I am doing topic list tonight. That's always important to me, because it gives me draw.
Yeah, well. Do what you gotta do, man, and get your unemployment going. You gotta have some money.
Again, because I somehow I missed, seeing, go. Mm-hmm. She says, yeah, I need to. I need to. But I'm like, can I tough it out a couple months till my book launches?
Yeah. Well, why though?
Why?
If you can have a little bit extra, why wouldn't you? You already earned it.
Yeah. Well, they don't treat
it's your money. It don't matter. It's your money. You earned it already. That's why you pay the unemployment insurance while you're working.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I didn't claim it all. And we didn't get started till like 2 months or so. You
probably. You probably didn't have a whole lot banked up anyway.
Well, this year was my worst year. I lost $2,000. I just came up.
Right.
I've always been getting a little higher with my pay. I guess I've topped out and slumped. And then the year before I gave my best
you had a rough year, dude. What'd you have, like 3 times your truck screwed up on you before you could even get started? You got a late start.
Oh yeah, I had a blowout.
Yeah, you guys.
Truck
I mean, you
messed
had
up.
some bad luck this year, dude.
Yeah, and on top of that, didn't get the hours that, even got a late start. Now, why they didn't process me, get me in, whatnot. But I mean, even if
Mhm.
I had gotten an earlier start, I didn't miss out on that much. Even if I'd gotten all that time, it would have,
Yeah,
it would not, it's still about $2,000 shy of what I earned the year before, which most of that, as you know, went to Vic King and other
right.
artists to get,
Hmm.
things primed up and going.
Right,
So,
right.
uh, I didn't come out on the good end of that.
Well, all I'm saying is, dude, yeah, if
I got it.
it's
I
there
got
for
you.
you, I would get it.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into that tonight as far as sending them my resume, and then I'm to watch a little tutorial, which there was some kind of tutorial or something that I didn't realize that I was supposed to watch, and I didn't watch it. So they're like, yeah, you
Yeah,
got to
they
report in person. So,
interrupt your service. Yeah, bastards.
why, damn.
Hey, smoking rate.
Uh, don't you
Yeah.
dare blame me for this.
Oh,
I'll send for you.
yeah. Oh,
What would we be
I was just
blaming you
gonna tell
for,
you,
Dave?
Rex. I think
Hey, Sean.
tomorrow I may be a few minutes late to start. I probably won't, but just in case, I don't know what the post office is gonna look like. But I'm sending out your Christmas presents, sir.
Well, I appreciate that. I do. It was pretty cool just getting a Christmas card for my sister. It's like, oh, I got something. That's
I
probably
hope it
more.
makes it on time. Today's only what, the 5th, so
Oh, I'm
hopefully
not
by
worried about it. He'll make it
the
here, unless it gets lost, and they're pretty good
oh,
about not
I'll kill
losing.
him.
Yeah,
I'll track the mailman down and
I
kill him
know
with
one thing that's
my
probably in
gun,
the box. Maybe
maybe,
a Vespas.
maybe,
Maybe not. Uh, Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
it's a
that's my main thing about what I would like to earn some money for is to mail some things, and then if you have something to mail to somebody anyway, it's a good excuse to put a little extra in there, a little Christmas. I like giving out Christmas gifts. I gave out, hey
Oi,
Carrie,
Carrie.
hey gents, in case someone needs a laugh, go shadow my cat a new blanket off Amazon. And so Maltesers, sorry, can't remember what you call them there. We call them Maltese, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyways, I got asked for proof of age before he would hand over my Amazon delivery. What's vet? What's Vespers?
Vesper? Oh, you mean a Vespas? It's one of the alien hornets from Cyberfrog
Oh
that
yeah,
Ethan turned into a toy
giant
this year.
bug toy. Yeah,
Yeah, but see, that's one thing you don't know about me, Rex, yet, and you will find out. Is
crafty.
I like to surprise people. So if you're
Yeah,
expecting one thing, you may end up with something else.
maybe. Yeah, don't reopen the box and
Maybe,
stuff went
maybe,
in just
maybe
on
not.
my account. Uh, last night I didn't stream. I told you I might stream, but
Yeah, I was looking for you as you
binge
did in the.
watched all. I mean, how many hours is Lost in Space? All 3 seasons. I really like this. They don't overlap the disc. I hate it when they do that. They don't. They've got
Oh yeah,
it's not. It's got things where it'll set up
hmm
real easy,
Well,
even though you can't see
those
that.
multiple disc
Even up
ones, a
on
lot of
top.
times they come apart real easy, or the
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
I don't, yeah.
Season 1, season 2. Let's see. There's 3 seasons here. How many hours? It took me a while to go through this. This came out about 2019, and so
Well,
did
that's going to
this.
be a surprise
So
too, Carrie.
so
And
did
I'm still
that.
going to send
Lost.
it back to you.
I binged watched this whole thing last night.
Cool.
That's a whole season on that was of the Netflix show, which was a lot easier than the original because they were longer episodes, as you know. How many? All right, so 551 minutes, and I watched all the extras, which was not very much. So I watched
Yeah.
how many hours is that? Hey Dave,
Hi.
Not sure. Oh, hey, Dave.
551
Hi,
or
Shadow.
551 minutes.
551 minutes is God.
Roughly.
Is it? I don't know if my math is right. My brain's not working well, but I want to say about 30 hours.
Let's say no. It'd be more like 5, 6, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain's not working good today. Sorry.
Obviously. Let's
Again,
see.
more. God, the machine
My
I
brain,
just put.
never works good at the best of times.
See how I slipped that shiv under the rib cage without you even knowing it?
Yeah.
Where's the hours on this thing?
That's,
The minutes.
what did you say? 500 minutes? Okay, so 60
Well, that's on the
minutes.
new one. I watched all last night. Watched
Okay.
every bit of it. Too early this morning, of course.
Yeah.
I've been a little insomniac recently. I don't see the minutes on this. I mean, this has got,
Well, 600 minutes would be 10 hours. So.
Well, was it more than what I figured? Okay, so the way I see it is like, 2 hours is 120, and then 2 more hours would be 240, or what?
Yeah, 240.
So okay.
So 8 would be
maybe it's more than that.
Like about 480 minutes would be 8. So yeah, it's about 4.
I think Maya's working it out.
Mm-hmm. Can't believe. I don't see the minutes on here anywhere. Maybe they didn't compile them and put them on here.
Maybe not. Yeah.
But I mean, they're long. But I do like this set. I like this set better than a lot of other sets because you can sit it that way. You can sit it this way very easily. You can sit it on its side because it's thick enough. It's it's got a disc individually. They don't overlap or stack them.
Yeah.
It's a good set. And it wasn't that much. Maybe about $20 at Walmart when it came out in 2019, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That's around the time that I got the first complete season of this. I think there was 2 seasons of the new Lost in Space. Have you seen this, Dave? The Netflix?
Yes, I have. I watched
the new one? Yeah. I saw the first season of that.
I saw the whole lot on Netflix.
But there was only a couple of seasons, right? Maybe 2 seasons of it.
I think there was 3 seasons.
Was there 3?
Was there 3?
Okay.
It might have been.
I'll have to get the second and third season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost track of it after season 1.
I'm pretty sure there was 3 seasons. Yeah.
This ends on the cliffhanger of them being sucked, out of fuel. They're going to get picked up and go to Alpha Centauri or whatever, and then the vortex opens up and basically takes them, I think, to the place where the robot came from and the other aliens.
Well, that's one series I've seen every episode of, Rex, so no spoilers from me.
Okay.
Now, Dave, how did you make the?
I thought it started off pretty good, the Netflix one. I don't think I even saw all of season 1, but what I saw I thought it was okay.
Maybe British TV was different, Dave. But now, when looking at the commentaries on the original Lost in Space, they said that they kind of got a little campy and more colorful with season 2 because of another show on ABC called Batman.
That's right.
Adam
West
Batman.
And season 3 was even more campy than season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was. Although reviewing it again, see, I bought a season 3, and then they came out with this thing, the complete 3 seasons. And
right.
I had seen that it started out, and I gave it a shot. I mean, it was cheap enough. It's a nice set, for $20. It's very nice. And a lot of view hours, I believe in getting physical media,
Yeah.
But there's one thing that, of course, there is free energy out there, folks. I see stuff on that all the time. You got to be able to generate some power somehow, right? Couple, but you've seen the things, right? Shadowhawk, you get like 2 spark plugs and a light bulb and a magnet and like a copper coil, and you can make your own electricity.
Oh yeah.
So it's available enough maybe to run a device, a TV, a DVD player.
Yeah, maybe charge a phone or something. I mean, you can't like really run like an air conditioner or a freezer or something off something like that. I mean, I guess if you could build one big enough, maybe you could.
Right, if you build a big enough one, and the government might shut you down on that because they'll be like, "Why's he ordering all this stuff?"
Yeah, well, when you order all that copper wire for the windings,
Dave, I don't know if you knew it, but the government's out to get us. Sometimes I feel like one of those.
Dave's in a monarchy, man. He's screwed anyhow.
Yeah, well,
although they're managing so far.
Most plebes are used to slavery all their life anyway. Shadowhawk never break out, so feel the lash.
Yeah.
I feel the lash every time.
Feel free to slap him, Dave.
I feel the lash every time I go to buy anything nowadays.
He's up in your right-hand corner. Just give him a quick little punch, Dave.
Like to give you a little punch.
Nope, that one. There you
go. Oh, you poked the wrong guy, Dave. You knocked Shadowhawk off.
No,
no.
No, you didn't, Dave. But you're supposed to say, "Oh, I'm sorry." I did, but you're supposed to, kind of feint for me. Well, if you're not going to do that, I'll just kick him.
He knocked me off me perch.
Bonjour,
Anna. Wait, Bonacera. No,
nope.
Why do
Bonjour. Bonjour is what you're.
I'm trying to think. Bonjour is good day. I'm thinking of good evening. I can't remember the word. Sorry, Anna.
Nayaho. So, Chris Longfellow, aka Good evening. She says.
That was Bon Nui. That's it, right?
Bon Nui. Yeah. Well, what is Nayo? That's almost like Caroline's gaming name that she's using.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
I mean, she might be birthday hangover. Yesterday was her birthday.
Hail, Chris Longfellow in the house. Howdy.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, that's just how Anna says. Hello.
Anna's in France, if you didn't know, Texas.
Yeah, I think I remember that. By the way, I've changed my logo at the bottom. Did you notice?
I did. Texas and mine.
Texas and mine.
Well, she's always here.
We got a team now.
You did away with the 3rd on your name somehow.
Yes, I fixed that.
Yeah. How do I change my name? Maybe as a gag, but I believe in consistent branding. I just do.
Yeah. Well, I don't
know if I messed
I mean, like Doc changed his icon.
With me
he's saying change my icon, and I'm like,
yeah, he was on about that last week, wasn't he? When he was on?
Well, I mean, the thing of it is, he changed his icon. I'm trying to send him the link, and I can't find it because he changed his freaking icon. I want people to able when they see this symbol. What? When they see this symbol, they go, "Oh, that's Devil Flyer."
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I might have one more, which might be like Doc suggested, maybe Dillard's.
And when they see that symbol, they know that I've been on that big train, I guess.
No, they don't. We don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know if
there.
you haven't. I don't doubt you. I'm just saying we don't say, oh, that's Texas and Maya,
No, I might have to update my picture again.
Yeah. Well, when you see this, Dave, what do you think? Because you've seen it so many times, you think Shadowhawk, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And he is an alternative angry Shadowhawk logo icon as well.
And I also have an
That's
alternative.
the one that I'm
Shadowhawk.
used to seeing the most, the one that's there now, Shadow.
Yeah, that's been my main one for a long time.
Nikki,
I added a couple options recently just to play around with things, but
yeah,
it screwed everything up.
I don't actually have an
Rex
icon.
does not like change apparently.
Well, I don't actually have an icon because it's something I've not known how to do, to be honest.
Shadowhawk, I just went through a whole thing about change and we should change, and you agreed with me, and now you're saying I don't like change?
Well, now when it comes to icons,
we opened up the show talking about change.
You're the one contradicting yourself.
And I know change because that's usually all I have in my pocket, if that.
I'm not the one who's arguing with myself. I agree, change is good, and then you're sitting here saying you shouldn't change your icon.
Yin yang type thing, I'm torn. I might as well be bipolar. Damn it! Some bitch calling me out all the time.
Oh my god!
Well, then.
Oh me.
Going.
I'm writing a letter to your doctor. I'm gonna check your meds.
I wish you would. Might make some progress after all these years. Nikki says, "Oh yes, that Texas accent really comes through."
It does, doesn't it? I'll say.
Yeah. North Texas. Rex for the dad joke.
I think Terry wants to see a few comics.
Yeah.
Okay. Quit.
I do have a few. I do have a few to hand if you want to see them sometime later.
Smoking Rice says everyone's bipolar. It's the human condition.
Of course we do that.
Yeah, I mean, we did the show offs over on Pops' channel for 7 months together.
Yeah, it was a while.
Well, believe me, I figured it up, even though Pops said, no, you didn't even do it that long. I'm like, dude, I went back and looked at every episode and figured up the time, and we did it for 7 months straight.
It was quite a while.
Yeah,
you guys were on there for a bit.
Pops missed at least once, I know, to go golfing. He was usually there, but he missed once. You went on holiday twice, I think.
I did.
That was our last episode. You'd just gotten back from Peru. I think.
That's right.
But I didn't miss a day in 7 months. I might have been late. I might have done it in my underwear, straight out of bed. But, I was there for every episode. Go over to Pops' channel. Check it out. I didn't miss for 7 months straight.
And I was there most times as well, apart from
which I just found that funny at the end. I get it why he was mad. I do get it. But, I thought he overreacted. I had my say, and that was it. It was a bit of drama for a little bit. But, I mean, I'm just saying we did, showed comics and stuff and talked about people who had recently died within the field and stuff for like 7 months over there. Dave started coming over here on Tuesdays, and we would do similar things. And in all that time, I've had him. You see that freaking horde behind him? Look at that horde.
Yeah.
He always shows some great stuff, and especially the UK magazines or something he's selling on eBay. But in all that time, because I have a great memory, Dave, I've had him open up one freaking box, and it was a bunch of modern day Daredevils. Basically, I'm still waiting on the other 100 boxes for him to show us what they're, what's in there. And then he can show stuff.
It's going to take a while.
Oh, it would take a while. Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering. He's probably like me. He doesn't like to, if I get it out of order, I have to put it back in order. Believe me,
That's
exactly.
true. That's
most
true.
of the
Well,
time. That's why
I've
I have
actually,
a box of there, in there, all over the place, all over my house, because I've
No, I don't do
shown
it.
this stuff and not
You
put it
got me
up.
involved with this show offs thing, and now all my stuff's out of order. I'm gonna have to. I'm probably gonna end up spending my Christmas vacation with my whole comic book collection out again, going through it all and reorganizing everything.
yeah, I know that feeling, Shadow.
Oh God, it's a nightmare, dude. The bigger the collection gets, the longer it takes.
Nikki says that's okay, Rex. I imagine everybody on YouTube as being pantless.
Oh, I'm pantsless all the time. I'm a bird.
Pantsless, yeah. Smoking Ray says, "Don't cast your pearls to swine, Rex. Keep your pearls close."
No, I used to enjoy doing that show with you, Rex, as you know.
Oh yeah. Definitely, yeah. We had fun over there. When
Yeah, of course we did.
yeah, we were, showing off, and then when we were doing it, I mean, people like Neil Adams and George Perez,
Yeah,
Tim
A
Sale,
lot of
so
people.
many different artists and writers and things passing away. On one
yeah.
year.
There's been we've lost quite a few over the last 2 or 3 years, haven't we? When you think about it.
Dude, man, yeah, they've been dropping
Oh,
like
yeah.
flies.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, Keith Giffen, and Keith Giffen's heavenly birthday was just the other day. Had he lived a bit longer, he would have had a birthday. He sent out a text saying, I told him I was sick, and anything not to go to that convention or whatever. And then he died. He posted that like 2 hours before he passed away.
Wow.
Oh shit.
When he probably didn't, he probably knew he probably wasn't. He probably was on the way out, and he, sort of sent out a thing that was kind of a joke. Told him I was sick.
Nobody listened.
Look, how many people have to drop at age 70, 60, 50 or younger to get that? We're not promised 80 years. We're not promised 70.
We're not guaranteed anything.
We're not guaranteed anything. 60, whatever you think your benchmark is.
Yeah.
That's
the big question mark, is that one.
But like Smoking Rice, his grandparents are 90 in their 90s.
Right.
Who were we talking about, Shadowhawk, yesterday? That was like we were guesstimating their age, and they're about 90.
Yeah, we were thinking 70s. It was who was it?
Yeah, well, I was thinking, she's in her 70s, or Julie Newmar, wasn't it?
Yeah, Julie Newmar. Yeah, like, I don't know if she's that young.
90, isn't she?
And Rex looked it up. She's like, what, 92 or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but still kicking, I'd probably hug up to that over the weekend, but then everybody accuses me of being gray haired and old anyway.
You break all of her frail little bones.
I would be gentle. Keith Richards is 79. See, he's just a young whippersnapper compared to. Yeah. He just looks like he's 103.
Keith Richards he's gonna live forever, dude. Nothing can kill him.
Well, people say that, and it'll be big news when nobody lives forever, except for Highlander.
Kane.
I just love. It's just such a classic story, Highlander.
And Kane isn't.
What do you mean, Kane? You mean like
Kane?
Abel?
Kane and Abel. Like he was cursed to walk the earth forever.
What's you doing?
Well, I don't think he. I didn't read it that way. I mean, he expired. He died.
I've never seen any record of it.
Huh? I don't think he was on the ark. Hello.
Don't matter. He couldn't die. He was cursed to roam the earth forever by God. He can't drown. He can't be killed.
No, I didn't read that like that at all. No, I don't think. No.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so Kane is here. So he might all that time. He's probably like, well,
he's still wandering around somewhere.
Okay. Kane the Antichrist. That would be a good comic story.
They've actually made a couple of cool movies out of like a man of mystery who shows up and
Right.
either becomes a hero or a villain, and then it turns out that it's actually Kane. He's been alive since.
Oh, I've not seen that at all. I know
Oh
they've
yeah,
done that.
I've seen a couple different movies that have used that
I
concept.
know in Trinity of Sin storyline, which was actually pretty good. I got most of it, I guess, in trade paperbacks that had the old Image character. What was her name? Zealot.
I can't.
Zealot. And there was
Zealot
the
from
Question,
Wildcat.
and there was a Phantom Stranger. And I don't think his original backstory was that he was Judas, but they made
No,
the
I don't
Phantom
think it was.
Stranger Judas.
Yeah, I think they retroed that. That was
They retro. But you know what? That was interesting concept. I mean, for that
Yeah.
storyline.
I can't remember the name of it, dude, but you know who Henry Rollins is, don't you? From Black
I've
Flag.
heard- Black Flag.
Yeah, he also
I
became an
haven't
actor.
read that book in a long time. Black Flag.
No, Black Flag the band
Oh, the band.
from back in the
there
day.
was a Black Flag comic. I think
Yeah,
Howard Chayes
that's
did.
no, that's God dang it, Fragaboom. It's Black
Oh,
Flag.
yeah, it was Fragaboom, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, Henry Rollins.
I really was not aware of Dan Fraga. I might have had something of his in my collection, but he was a nobody to me till he came to CG, and Ethan made such a big thing about it. And I backed his Pineapple Perception 3 or 4 times very hard. And
well, I mean, you weren't really big on the Image boom, though, were you?
no, I do have a lot of the Image books in my collection though, because I bought that comic book shop out. So I have a lot of Image stuff that I
Well,
normally.
you might have some of Dan's old Black Flag in there somewhere.
Well, yeah. I mean, once Dan came on the radar, I went to one of my local comic book shops and actually picked up some, and I've actually ordered like a Black Flag number 4, which he was talking about, which was kind of rare.
I think that might have been the last one that came out.
Okay. Well, mine's coverless because I think that it was not in that great a shape when I got it. I'm going to have to get another issue of it, but I do have an issue of it. It's just the covers came off since I've had it. It's wasn't the best.
And again, we are back to Fragaboom. I love the guy to death. I love his style, but Jesus, dude.
Where's my book? Where's my shot glasses? Where's my shot? And all
where's
other
my giant box full of stuff that I spent a ton of money on like 3 years ago?
Well,
now it's only been 2. I'm exaggerating.
I know how it is. Some campaigns and books are willy-nilly, folks. I mean, on the planning. A lot of people shut down these. Well, I need to get an exact count of how many I need. Like, he could have kept that tier open all this time for shot glasses and the whole mix.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm not imagining how much. Well, at some point, I mean, the money's going to stop coming in, but he probably could have, tacked on.
Well, why shut the tier off? Because he says, well, I got to get exact count so we can get the boost. What, 3 years later?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's sitting on, all these shot glasses.
Well, maybe he is. Maybe he's gotten the.
I mean, he may have produced all the, the tchotchkes and the extras and all that stuff early, and we're still just waiting on him to finish drawing the book. We don't know.
Thank you, Anna, for liking us on Twitter. I appreciate that. Talking about Twitter, like yesterday,
Twix,
our show, right, got like over 60 views over there. Over here on YouTube, about 20.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, something like. I mean, a lot of people watching on Twitter through Twitter yesterday, and every day, really. But
that's cool. I didn't realize we had that big
but
of
I mean, you
a
can't
crowd
go
on
by
Twitter.
the numbers on YouTube. You really can't. And the numbers have been slow to come in. The other day, we finished the broadcast. 2 viewers? I don't think so. 2 viewers.
We had way more people than
We
that.
had more than that in the chat. Hello.
Yeah.
What's YouTube doing? They're messing with my numbers every broadcast now.
No, you don't want that.
Well, I don't know what I can do about it, Dave, except, have great guests like you on, and that really doesn't change anything.
Right.
Except, well, it might change a few numbers, but
I hope so.
Oh yeah, Smoking Rice. Grandpa's 90 years old. Well, is your grandmother older? I forget, Smoking Rice, because they're both in their 90s. Man, they've been married a very long time. He's shared that with us.
Nah, that's amazing, dude, that they're both in their 90s.
That's less than 10% of the marriages nowadays, are married that long.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing how the numbers are the chicanery that's going on. When I look at the numbers.
Yeah. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtains.
Yeah, like yesterday, like I said, we got, it's climbed up to 23 on YouTube. Believe me, at one time I would have, hey, give me 23 every day. I don't care, but, I don't take anything for granted. But, over on Twitter, we had like 62 or something. I don't know. And when you combine the two, then we're up in the 80s as far as viewership. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
And according to Commie Mark, that's no good. He didn't say that, but he's like, I delete anything under 200.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to present, but he's got a much bigger. His viewership is massive.
Yeah, well, Commie Mark's been online and doing this for a while too. So,
right. And there's another gentleman right there, Genuine Dave, Genuine Comics.
Hey, Genuine Dave.
Joining us. I was thinking about you today, Dave, because I was like, okay. I was just thinking, at some point I'm going to have to go on his show and talk about, well, now that I have a trailer of this.
Charlie Daniels in there, do we smoking?
Charlie.
Never went down to Georgia.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking when you said that.
Yeah.
So, Dave, when might we get like one of those big short boxes there and look through it?
Well, I've actually got one to hand.
Do you really? Or did you come prepared?
Yeah. I try to.
How do you know what's in so many boxes?
Well, I know what's in the ones behind me because they're all my DCs.
They're on
what? As well.
They're right. They're DC, but like if you were looking for a particular book,
yeah, they're all alphabetical.
The way I do it is I photograph them. Each short box. I'll lay it down on like a piece of foam core so it's a nice white background, and I'll shoot down on it. And I know that seems like a lot, and there's probably like 140 something books per short box. It may vary a little here or there, but that's the way I keep up with it. And then I'll download it to my computer and number the box. That's the way I do it.
I've got the boxes numbered, but they're all in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so you
I,
keep
I
those
do it
now.
like Dave does. I do them.
Yeah.
Well, I divide them up by company,
Yeah, I've got all my
imprint, and
DCs
then
together, Marvels,
yeah.
Independents.
Images
Sometimes that's
got
hard
its
to
own
do.
box.
What do you do with the crossovers that are Marvel and DC? I mean,
That can be a bit
Now
tricky.
then I got a box for just crossovers.
That can be a bit tricky.
Yeah,
Crossovers were popular for a little while there.
crossovers are still popular. I mean,
Yeah.
they have story arcs and crossovers all the time.
Mhm.
They feel like they have one main story, and then they try and tie it in with all these other titles and boost
But I
the
think I
sales.
got
Hey, Doc.
like every title the first time Marvel and DC did the big crossover thing, and then they did the amalgam universe where they
Right.
combined
I called it amalgamated or
amalgam. I don't know how to
Amalgam,
pronounce it.
yeah.
Amalgam, yeah. But I got all of those. I told my comic book guys, like, just get me everything that comes out from amalgam. So
Oh yeah, I always like the crossover
some of them
stuff.
were actually pretty cool. A lot of them sucked, but
Since Doc's in the house, got to play this.
Howdy,
You
Doc.
can go sign up on Fund My Comic, or is it Fund My Comic? I think
yes,
it's Fund My
fun
Comic.
like
Okay, I play the trailer every day and don't even know where sign up is.
no one is surprised.
Surprise. Back from holiday.com. See, if we go by the chat, we won't know till it ends. But over on Twitter, we've already had 45 impressions.
Wow.
By the way, Rex, is it still called Twitter where you are? It's called X over here, right?
Yeah, they changed it. It's X.
Yeah, it's X, but
I call it
formerly
Twitch.
known as Twitter.
according to Shadowhawk, I don't like change, so I will call it Twitter. You call it whatever you want.
I just call it Twitch
Twitter's
now.
better because X can be anything.
X is just
Exactly.
a falling cross, So I don't know what Elon's doing with that. Don't really care.
Yeah. Rich kids and their toys.
Would you like to see a cover then?
Yes.
Well, yes, Dave, here in just a minute. Let me show you this. I think you'll find it quite interesting. This gentleman takes comics and well, you'll see.
I used to have that.
Takes the cover off. Yeah, I used to have it too. Bill
I
Sinkevich's
still
cover.
got that.
I might have a copy that
Love me some Moon Knight. Oh, he's exacting them out? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, with all these facsimile issues, you wouldn't have to take an original like that if you did.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Now, this was different that he did. He got a daub and probably some brown ink on there to kind of distress it and make it look older.
Oh, like give it an age look a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So obviously he's done this before, but he makes these little notepads or journals, right?
Oh, cool.
Spiral notebook. That.
It could be a sketchbook, I suppose, even.
That's quite clever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate seeing somebody cut up an original comic book like that.
Just to let you know, Shadowhawk, getting a little bit of wobble on your end there. I guess echo. I guess.
Yeah. I'll pop
Just
out.
let you know.
Back.
Oh, what you got?
I will pop out and come back in. Just make sure the link is still in the stream somewhere.
I will. In fact, I just dropped it.
Right, there you go. You seen this one before?
Okay, Data. No, that's the actor that played Data
Yeah.
on Unauthorized Biography. Is that done by who's that done by?
It's done by Celebrity Comics.
Okay. We have a similar thing called Revolutionary Comics or something like that. Okay, Joe DiMaggio on the back. See, again, I don't like that. You got the price sticker stuck on a comic. That hurts the value of things.
Yeah, but it's on
Apparently,
the
you
back.
British have not learned that, or your retailers.
It's on the back, though. It's on the back.
It doesn't. Okay.
Let's have a look inside it.
You know, that's the thing about it, Dave. Comics are like, you know, people are like really, when it comes to comic, I hate to get graphic, but I anal about condition of things.
Well, that's it. Well, this.
But you know what? It's not
published...
just. It's any collectible though, Dave. It's.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I use this example. Would you like a mint condition? You know, it's been started up, so it's not seized up or anything. It's in mint condition, the best condition you can get, a 1965 Mustang. Or do you want one with 3 million miles on it that's been driven and scratched up and, but, you know, in normal wear? Which would you rather have? Which is going to be more valuable if you auction it? The near mint one, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So, you know, comics are no different than any other collector. Like coins, do you want a near mint coin or do you want something that's worn that you can hardly read the date on?
Exactly.
You know, condition is everything in collectibles, folks.
But the good news is that these days they don't stick stickers on them, but back in the day they did.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I'll buy, if the price is right, I will buy coverless comics. I will buy, and I didn't used to do this, Shadowhawk, but you know, I would buy a lower condition one. Why? Because you can take the scissors out and you can make something very neat. You could do like a table with word balloons, or, you know, you can always cannibalize it and make something neat. That's why I've, through the years, have gotten some of those lower condition things, you know.
Oh, dude, well, I had a, I don't know if you remember in the 90s.
That's probably what I'll be
doing. They came out with a Boris Vallejo sticker set, like of all his paintings and stuff in stickers. So I took like 30 of my favorite stickers out of that set, and I put them on my base that I had at the time. It was a straight gloss black base with all gold hardware.
Right.
So I positioned them all on there and then covered them with a fresh coat of clear coat and stuff. And that was my stage guitar for a long time, and I had Boris all over it.
Well, you got an old, I think your grandmother had an old mirror, and you're putting CG stickers on it now, right?
Yeah, it's about a 100-year-old mirror, and it's almost covered now in CG.
This will be me in retirement. You know, Mom's kind of give me a view of retirement of what it will be like. So I'll be like, she does jigsaw puzzles. I'll be taking those old comics and cut them up and decoupaging and stuff, and making art. You know?
Rex is gonna start scrapbooking his whole comic collection.
No, not the whole thing. No, just some of the lower condition. You know, whatever.
I'll just wait till the dementia sets.
And you need to remind me. All right, Devil Flyer, young man, you make a sticker on this campaign. Of course, I talked to 6 a.m. Comics a while back, and he's too busy, but that's all right. I'll have stickers.
Well, he's also doing his own project now.
Huh? Oh, he's doing his. Oh,
yeah. 6 a.m. is doing his own book right now.
Yeah, everybody thinks they can get into comics. Good luck with that. No, actually, his stuff looks pretty good. He posted on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit. It's got a little cartoon. Well, I mean, obviously he's got a cartoony style, but the book he's doing is very much like his sticker style.
Well, like I said, I may release some of the stickers. I bought these boxes, you know, and probably have a sticker on the top. I kind of like Belmont's ideal, of putting actually a magnet on top.
Oh yeah, but
Speaking
he
of
had a
which,
metal
there's a
box.
magnet. So if you had a Devil Flyer magnet or a momentum magnet, and then just putting a magnet behind this, on the inside of the lid, you could just stick to form, business size or, magnet or something right there on top.
Oh yeah.
But
That would
there's,
work.
that's a cool thing, getting innovative,
Look at them getting fancy.
Yeah, I bought some boxes earlier. This is a small one. Just basically that's what they had. They were sold out of the larger ones I've been buying. And I thought, well, I'll get 6 of these or whatever, however we're in the thing. But you could do, something like that for your trading cards. For rye, blood, and mud trading cards, huh?
Oh yeah.
Although I like to put them in a
Doc.
folder with pouches. Huh?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Doc.
Good
I
evening.
think Doc was waiting for somebody to say hello to him. Rex, you're
Oh, that's
No, I said
hello.
hi to him when I let him in.
Yeah,
Yes, I was just waiting for a lull in the conversation. I didn't want to interrupt.
Appreciate that. How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Fair to middling, as we say in the South.
I still need thumbnails from you, Rex. I've blocked out some time for you.
Oh, okay. Thumbnails of what, Doc?
Of the work I'm doing for you, for sweet Jesus. We've had this conversation so many times.
I think Rex is forgotten again.
Does not denote wisdom or even knowledge. Yeah.
So I've got a little time here blocked out.
Okay.
And I would like
Is that today you're talking or?
No, for the next few days. I've blocked out.
Okay.
So I need you to get me those thumbnails, and I don't draw them, take a picture of them with your phone, and put them in Messenger and send them to me. Or
That's
email.
what I was going to talk about. That's what I was alluding to, and got, like if you use a platform like LZ uses Messenger all the time on Facebook, I've never used it, and he's like, "Oh, just use Messenger," and if you've never used it, folks.
It's easy.
Oh, it's
Doc,
if you know what you're doing.
Easy, and maybe it is
Doc,
easy.
you're on Instagram,
but I've never
aren't you?
used it until I've used it a while. It's hard.
Then use email. You have my email.
Okay, but what are you wanting thumbnails for? Are you like postings
From the moment the pages I've already done end until the end that you foresee.
Oh, you want thumbnails of the storyboards to finish the story. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thumbnails can be like, a thumbnail for this YouTube channel, for this broadcast. What do you mean by thumbnails? Okay, I just need the end of the story, Rex. That's all you had to say. Damn. Okay.
Dave, reach up into your right and slap him for me.
That's the second time tonight, Doc.
Whack-a-mole. You ever play whack-a-mole?
Yeah, they've done that with the Prime Minister over here.
Well, you could be in Canada. Oh. With Trudeau. I really haven't been keeping up with any of it. Biden, Trudeau. I know I've seen a riot here or there. It's like even the Christmas tree, in Central Park Grand Central.
No, the White House Christmas tree, dude.
Oh, it fell over, but I'm talking about when they were putting up the one at Grand Central Station and lighting it. They had protesters.
Really?
It's like, what the hell? They've got a big, they're being paid though. Folks, all this stuff, they're being paid to protest. Some of them fly from out of state. They fly all over. They travel more than you and I. They are well paid. Look at Black Lives Matter. They avowed communists, the two founders of that, and she's got like 6 multi-million-dollar houses or something. I just had to laugh when all these celebrities and stuff and all these organizations were sending the money.
Kind of makes you feel all warm and fuzzy all over, doesn't it?
Well, when you see so many people struggling, especially people who, like yourself or Kate, that have been in weather disasters, and I've been through stuff like that before and could use a help up, or just an infusion to the local food bank, or,
It's a hoot.
a grant or program to help people with, and they blow it all on,
It's a hoot. It's a hoot, I tell you. A hoot.
Yeah. A lot of chicanery going on, but I just have not. I blocked it out and have been doing other things. I have been working on, Doc. I have been working on. Okay, how do I want this to go?
Right.
How? I mean, not necessarily your story, but just the whole overarching. And I've definitely created characters that fill in gaps and storylines and stuff. I've actually been working on stuff pretty diligently. And that's one reason I've been binge watching some stuff. It's just for the ideals, the dialogue, or stuff, turn a phrase, or just kind of prime the pump.
I understand that.
That, and usually it's work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep, work, go to sleep for most of the year.
I remember those days.
So yeah. Now that you're retired,
I used to say it: get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, get up, go to
Yeah,
work.
that's it.
Yeah,
that was
right. So when I get these winter
Oh,
months
yeah.
off, it's like hey,
I remember those days when I got up to go to work in the dark, and I was coming home in the dark as well for a bit.
Yep. Yes, indeed, boys and girls. That's the life.
Well, what did you think, to circle back, do a Jinsaki here? What did you think about Lost in Space overall? You said it got about 3 seasons on Netflix. Did you like it, John?
Yeah, it was different. It was different. I mean, like trying to get used to a female Dr. Smith was a bit odd, I thought.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think this is my 3rd time watching this. I've watched it a couple times before.
Right. Okay.
Maybe about a year ago.
I've only watched them once.
Okay. Well, did you
them.
watch them as it was broadcast?
I watched them on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay. Never had Netflix. Never will get Netflix. I haven't had an inward streaming TV, and
I watched it.
Well over a decade.
Yeah, I watched.
You
watched
it?
First season.
Did you get did you ever watch the original series? I don't think that I'd ever watched the original. If I did, I was too young to remember.
Yeah, I watched all the original series myself.
Yep, same. And I can't endorse the new one.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't work. The robot is all wrong. He's an alien technology.
Yeah.
The Dr. Smith is not a bumbling, self-serving idiot. She's actually very smart and evil.
Yeah.
I
really...
think they went a little too serious with it too. From the couple episodes that I saw, it was like they were trying to go very.
It was more grounded in reality, if you can call, Lost on an alien world that looks like Scandinavia or wherever, the woods. At least in that first season.
Scandinavia.
Yeah. Yeah, Doc, we need to just have a conference, a talk. I think if we talk these things through, that's the way I like to work one-on-one with an artist, But tonight on Topic List, maybe I'll be thinking about that and doing some thumbnails for you.
That would be groovy because I got a lot going on and I get forgetful.
Yeah.
So I need to have something tactile on my desk.
There you go. Keep the boy busy.
Yeah.
Idle hands are the devil's playground.
Mhm.
Very true.
Well, I came across one of the pages that I originally did from just the other day, cleaning of the killer clown, with the knife, giving the kitties the balloons and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to work like that. You don't have to. You just have to get the pacing down, the story. I like to work that way. I like to put it all in visuals and tell it visually before I ever put the dialogue in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's a good way to work, is to storyboard it out,
Mm-hmm.
that way you can find your voice visually.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if you find your voice visually, and then, whether you're going to draw it yourself or you're going to have another artist draw it, then the dialogue, the narration comes easier, I think. I need to have those visuals
Yeah, I get that.
to inform my dialogue.
Mhm.
With
Kinda,
John,
yeah, gives you a little structure to work with.
yeah. And a lot of people are like, script. Okay, I can do script too, but I'm still thinking visually in my head when I write it. Which,
Well, I think that's how.
the first big Inner Man story, I did that way, and I had to cut it off at a point. I said, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to tell this story in a comic, so I'll just have to pick this up from Code Start, later, once I get a little bit closer to publishing this story,
Right.
But I didn't take. I hit one of those writing streaks and wrote several pages of the Inner Man. Which is great. Now that I'm doing the prequel, got the big devil flyers out of the way, it leaves more room for Doc to work on, to expand on the Bog story, and maybe even and I'm sure make it a better story, because kind of constrained. I was actually I wanted to get these two characters introduced, and I was kind of like colliding them, and combining it all into one story, because I thought we were going to only have 5 pages to work with. And that's why Doc's laid out. I think it's 5 pages in the Doc, 5 or 6.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know, folks. I need to know that, because we're going to come in at 48 pages.
I'm not looking at it right now, Rex.
I know. But
you can always adjust the number of fan art pages.
There won't be any fan art. There won't look, it'll be wall-to-wall story, my friend, on the prequel. You'll get a Devil Flyer story, you'll get a massive Bog story, and you'll get a 2-page Inner Man story. And if I can fit something in on the end, I will. But what else you got there, Dave?
Well, I was going to show you the inside of this book if you want to have a look at it. So that's the center page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have Revolutionary Comics, and maybe even that same title.
Yeah.
Unauthorized biography type comics over here as well, like for the musical groups, Kiss, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually an American comic. It's got the American price on
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those go back all the way, would you say early 90s, late 80s, Shadowhawk?
Yeah, about 92.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I remember I got one. What was that chick's name? Long Island Lolita?
Oh, I don't know about Long Island Lolita.
You don't remember that story? It was back in the late 80s, early 90s. It's this young chick.
I didn't get around like you did. I didn't kiss Grace Slick.
Dude, it was national. It was national news.
Lorena Bobbitt.
No, not Bobbitt. This chick was dating this mechanic guy. He was married.
Cut it off.
And then he broke off the affair. and this little teenage broad showed up at their house and shot the guy's wife in the head.
Oh, that's
man.
I remember
They
that.
called her the Long Island Lolita. I can't remember what her
Yeah.
name was right off.
Yeah.
I must have
Wow, I
missed that
forgot
one.
all about that.
Hmm. But yeah, they made one of those unauthorized, like R-rated comics or whatever out of that. I got that one. I got a couple of those back in the day.
That's a
Pull
Very
up-
cool.
I forgot all about that, Shadowhawk.
Hmm.
Yeah, the guy
I
was a
wish I could
mechanic.
remember her name. It was like Amy something, I think.
Yeah, the guy was a mechanic.
Yeah, he was Joey Buttafuoco, something
Yeah.
like that.
But Foucault.
Don't say those words on this channel.
Hey,
But a Foucault. Looks like watercolor pieces, Dave.
Yeah, I think they are. I
Mhm.
think they are.
yeah,
Or gouache. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think you could tell the difference in printing, could you, Doc?
No,
No.
I mean not unless you laid it on thick and got some impasto going on.
Right. I think you said you don't work that way. Maybe there was one painting you did that way. Is that correct?
When I do knife paintings, I like to use impasto.
Knife paintings.
oh, okay.
Not big into knife paintings. I've got it. Not that you can't do some masterful stuff with it. You know what I prefer, Doc, is finger painting. I've done some nice things with, just the fingers, the digits.
It's digital art.
Digital art. There you go.
That's it.
I see what you did there, and I'll
Freaking
never
AI.
forgive you for it. How dare you? Oh, me.
Mm.
Doc, did you see that guy make his own notebook? He had several examples of that. Oh, here's a Thor here. I don't know why they want to put this crappy ass music with every video. Seems like people want to put crappy music
Because it's the free, you're guaranteed not to get
Right.
struck shit.
Still crappy music.
Well, I'm not
So
saying
you
it's
take
not.
a comic cover here and cut it out. The main thing. There you go. Make just a loose outline on a piece of cardboard. He puts glue, although they do have sort of decoupage type things. Then he cuts out all the different word balloons, sound effects and things, and then he lays it back in there, burnishes the side where it over sticks there. Punching his holes here for the paper and the cardboard there. He always does these oversized and then has to, cuts the wire that he uses, crimps the wire down, makes a notebook. Doing a pressing there of, he's doing the corners there, rounding the corners off.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And
Cool.
there's the finished thing there.
There is a gentleman that we had on CromCon when I first came to the community who starts with a mirror and he does decoupage with comic book character, your choice. He'll do it and then he lays another layer of glass on with more characters, more scenes, whatever, until you have this really nice 3D looking piece.
Mm-hmm. Multi-layered.
Yeah, and it's beautiful.
Oh, that's cool. You don't remember what his name was, Doc?
No, but I'm writing myself a note right now to find out because
Yeah.
I wanted a Thor from him or a Vision.
I'd like to check that out. See if I can get him to maybe do me a Sal or something.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll even sacrifice a Sal book for that. I've got a couple of extra.
Ooh.
I know. Ouch.
I've often thought, when I looked at the old ads, man, how many examples is that still around? Here's one of the sweatshirts here.
One of the rarest pieces of Marvel Comics memorabilia. Original 1960s sweatshirt featuring the Thing. Artwork by the legendary Jack Kirby. Advertisement in various Marvel comics in 1968.
Now, how many of those things were ordered? How many
Right.
still exist?
Yeah,
that
not
one
many,
they
I
showed is probably a warehouse find,
Mhm.
It's got to be, because if you were a kid back in the day and you got that shirt, you wore it.
You wore the hell out of it.
Or
Yeah.
it was somebody that was collecting way back when, and they got it, and they put it away with their collection.
I put it to you, sir, there were no collectors back then.
Maybe not.
I don't know. How would I possibly know? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'll just shut up.
I'm just saying, Doc. I mean, I wasn't officially a collector until I was probably 12 or 13, but I got my first comic book. I took care of it. I never let it go. I mean, I guess that's a collector, isn't it?
Me, I read the hell out of it till it was a rag, just about.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I did that with my first few ones, but I still got them, and now they're just they're beat up.
Yeah, I read mine until they fell apart, but I kept them
Well loved.
in a boot box that they fit very well in. And,
Dude, I actually I figured out at a certain point after I started like really getting into collecting when I was about 12 or so, and I was buying out all of my friends' collections because they were like, "Oh, comics aren't cool no more." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll give you $1 for everything you got." So I emptied out I had a four level 4-drawer bureau dresser, and it was perfect. You could put 4 rows of comics across on each drawer. So I had 400 comics in a bureau. This before I ever even seen a comic box, dude. I didn't even know what a comic box was.
Yeah, what's a long box?
Yeah, how can I get one of those? I go to the store. Where do you guys get these boxes? Oh, it's a long box. Yeah, they make those? Can I get one?
can't lift the long box anymore. I can only lift short boxes.
Dude, man, it's getting to the point where I hate moving my collection anymore. I gotta go to short boxes too.
Yeah, I'm on the
I
short
went to
box.
shortly, maybe in the first or second year moving in this house a decade ago or something. I had like 45 long boxes that took up most of a room. Just
That's
lined
long
up
boxes too.
on the floor in the room, and it's the largest bedroom upstairs because I sleep in the smallest bedroom. The other 2 bedrooms are glutted with collectibles. What's up, Rex? What's up, Doc? Timothy Olsen says.
What's going on, Timothy?
They're gonna walk in Rex's house and think he was some kind of crazy hoarder.
It's because he is a crazy hoarder.
Well, that's true, but I was trying to be nice, stuff.
Who, me?
Yeah,
You can't prove that.
No, not you, Rex.
Can't prove that at all.
Hail, Timothy. Good to see you, sir.
I know my mother called me a hoarder. I was like, there's a busy house, a messy house, and then there's a neglected I don't know. Let's parse words. You can call me a hoarder if you want. I say I'm a mega collector. Could I be a little bit more tidy with it, a little bit more organized? Yeah. My collection, Dave, has been like organized, and my mother helped me do it once in alphabetical order. Of course, I don't like to put this stuff in alphabetical order. Myself, and I, but I would like to have it more. The main thing I need to do is separate what I want to sell, like multiples and stuff, to what I want to keep. And then my collection would really shrink as far as comics are concerned, And
mine's shrunk.
Huh? Yeah.
Mine's shrunk.
Well, you're selling yours off bit by bit.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How have your sales been lately, Dave? And
Well, I just sold 2 short boxes to one person. I just posted them today.
Oh wow.
So about
all right,
200.
that told me zero about how sales are going.
Well, that one sale went very well. One sale went very well.
You know, I need to be a dentist with him, Doc, because he does not come off information very
I
easily.
love
Hey,
it. Fucking
I
Dave.
don't volunteer nothing, me.
Okay, well, he's made $1 million, and he did £1 million doesn't want to tell us. That's fine. Shadowhawk, how has sales been for you? Lackluster, or you've been doing some business?
Things have been really slow on eBay lately, dude.
Really?
I mean, I've had people, looking, sniffing around, but I haven't had an offer in like God, a month.
Oh, right.
Are you continually posting new things? Staying active with it?
Well,
Or
no,
relisting?
not lately. I haven't had anything new to post.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think I've managed to make about £500 in the past week or so.
I had a good sign. I had a gentleman not too long ago buy a couple of production pieces from me, and what he does is he's probably retired. I think he's retired, like you, Dave. And what he does is he buys these pieces and he sends them to a comic museum in California. I have a couple of customers like that, and he bought a couple of new.
Cool.
Couple of I remember one of them was an old Fantastic Four piece, but yeah, it's cool that I know that stuff's going to wind up in a good place where a lot of people can see it and enjoy it.
Yeah, one of these days. I'll see
And I
it.
sent him a replica of an old, probably could be 60s, maybe 70s Spider-Man paper mask.
Oh, yeah.
And an old 40s Batman mask, paper mask. As freebies. And I also sent him a little note. I said, next purchase, I'll give you a free production piece.
Right.
Because, buying them, I've received a few that have been sort of as an incentive for him to buy. He's bought from me for years, sometimes multiple big sales,
yeah, well, this guy who I just posted these 2 boxes off today to, I think he's bought about 2 other big lots from me over the past month or so.
Oh wow!
So I think he spent about £700.
Wow, that is good.
Bad.
Well, this time last year, in about 3 weeks, I made like $2,300. That was really good on eBay. That normally doesn't happen. It was, and I attributed it all to God, which I think we should anyway. But that was my Jubilee year. That was actually coming up. No, I surpassed my anniversary as far as having a personal relationship with Christ. Back in the end of November, a few days ago, I didn't even think about it. 51 years I've known the Lord. So, but last year was my 50th year, Jubilee year, and I was like halfway expecting a harvest, because in Jubilee year you don't work, you don't toil, you just kind of live off what you've been working on for the last. Anyway, I was expecting a harvest, and boy did I get it. God did not let me down. One thing I bought, which I still have not used, it's just sitting out there in the garage, but is a freezer. I haven't put it in its place and plugged it up yet, but I will be here pretty soon. I've got a bunch of pancake mix to put in there and freeze. Something I invested in this year. Survival food.
Yeah.
Well, I really like it. It's not good for you. Okay. It's your carbohydrates, but it's, easy mix up with a little water and you're there, and I love pancakes.
And it's quick, easy energy. For survival purposes, if it ever comes down to it, that's good stuff to have too.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is you can make it up and always have some bread to put something on or with.
There you go. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what kind of the way I use tortillas. You know, I put all
I
kinds of.
think like the wife will go crazy when she makes pancakes, so we'll have a bunch of like leftover ones. I'll put them in a gallon freezer bag, right, and put them in the fridge till the next day. And then the next morning, I'll make egg and bacon and cheese sandwiches using the pancakes for the buns.
Mm, see, you get to talking about Jesus, and it's a point of contention. Timothy says, "What about open Pandora's box?" Or maybe it's just that people have questions. Timothy says, "What about people who say they believe in God but act the opposite in how a Christian should act?" Well, I would say you judge a Christian by his fruit. Is he fruitful? Does a person appear to have a conscience, or
Mhm.
is he a Mr. Smith from Lost in Space?
Well, you also have to say you're measuring him according to what standard? Your standard, God's standard, whose standard?
It's supposed to
Exactly.
be God's
And you
standard.
Well,
also,
I'm saying to Timothy, if you, the observer, are looking at someone and go, boy, that guy doesn't act like a Christian,
Yeah.
according to what metric are you using? In other words, are you yourself walking in the Lord and walking in the scriptures and have
Right.
a sound understanding of a Christian's conduct? Or do you have maybe a secular view and go, well, that guy, he smokes and curses, so he can't be a Christian?
And
well, see,
and also,
I've seen people that actually believe that they're all walking in the Word and they're all righteous and everything, but they want to continually judge everyone around them. And to me, that just throws
Yeah.
all your other shit right out the window.
and
Yes.
also, Doc and Shadow, you have newborns. You have, we're at different levels of maturity too.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
somebody
That's
could say, "I've been walking with the Lord 51 years." Like I have, I still got a lot. I got a lot of rough edges to roll. Diamond in the rough, like I said earlier.
Like I said, I'm still a lump of coal.
Yeah, I guess I'm still a lump of coal, but you know what? So the Lord would find more value in that lump of coal if it would had a broken and contrite heart, and was really
Well, I'll
trusting in
put it to
Him.
you this way, Rick. In the middle of winter, what's more useful to you, a 20-carat diamond or a nice big chunk of charcoal?
Well, it's the rich man or Lazarus at the gate story, right?
I'm
It's
just
not.
saying,
It's
what's
not
going to be
about
more
what
useful
physically
when
you
it comes
have.
down to it?
It's God doesn't judge the way we judge.
Exactly right.
And in
Look,
fact,
Mhm.
King David said, "I would rather fall into the hands of the Lord and His judgment than man, because I know God will sometimes show mercy, but not sure about man. Man can be
well,
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cruel."
true
And if
too.
you don't believe me, go back to your grade school years. Kids were, I know I was a little Helen, and I thought I was a pretty nice guy, but I did some mean things. Kids are mean to other kids.
the accuser of all Christians
Carol
is
says no
is
mercy.
Satan, and Satan
Hail,
through,
Carol.
Satan through misguided Christians or lost people will
Mhm.
accuse Christians.
Yeah,
That's their job. Our plea is the blood. I'm guilty, but I'm covered.
right, right.
Mm.
And I mean, look, if you got your eyes on others, look in the mirror. You're to work in your own backyard. Work on you,
Yes, Timothy, we do.
and your relationship with
We
Christ.
we all fall
And
Well,
short of
and see, the other thing is too is
we
everyone
all
is
fall
human.
short. There you go. We
Yeah,
all fall short.
everyone is human. We're all gonna make mistakes, and
Saved or unsaved, we all fall short.
Yes, and
right.
remember this if you don't remember anything else. Always ask yourself, how many of my sins did Christ pay for on the cross? All of
Some
them.
of them or all of them.
All of them. Paid in
All of
full. It's paid in full. Should you sin on purpose? No. But if you do, you're
No,
covered. You're covered.
And well, you have a high advocate. Look, when you do bad, whether your parent finds out about it or not, sometimes your conscience pricks you, and you're like, yeah, I better tell dad, or it's just gonna. Because after a while, you learn that one domino knocks over the next one. It just you're digging the hole deeper after a time, and if you don't want to feel that oppression and that guilt all the time, you better fess up, come clean, and you'll feel much better.
True.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I've really enjoyed on the original series and this new series, which is a few years old now, to first 2019 on the first TV season, the Mr. Smith, because he's so, whether it was the new one or the old one, just, oh my God, he was so self-serving. He was a microcosm of every one of us, Doc.
Yep.
On how we could just try and smooth it over or cover it up or make excuses or throw somebody else under the bus. I always liked that he grabbed Will Robinson, the kid, and put him in front of him when he was in danger. I mean, this guy he didn't care. If the original series, he didn't care if they all died. He didn't care.
That's right.
I mean, he was a piece of work. And I said while I was watching it to Shadowhawk all the time, if I was the guy that was always getting mad at him, I would have beat the hell out of him. I would have killed him. Yeah. I would have put him in an airlock and thrown him out and said, "Bless you in the name of Jesus." Whatever. Get the hell out of here.
That's the Gilligan effect. Okay, at some point, Gilligan's got to go.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, boy, you just fucked up one too many times.
About jinx. That guy was a jinx. He was a chain around your neck while you're trying to swim.
Just one too many whoopsies. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're drawing the short straw. This is where we part company.
At very least, I will hobble the guy and confine him to a wheelchair, Doc.
Well, we're gonna set you adrift, buddy.
Yeah, I don't do. You want to waste your life and your time, and you want to mess up and F up everything in your life. Fine, you go do it over there. But when it spills over into my life, after a while, I got to do something about it. Stupid rubs off. I don't. And I haven't got the time at our age, Doc. I don't have the time to waste anymore.
Yeah, it's not poor Gilligan. It's you. I'm sorry. I hate this, but you gotta go. Now, the professor has made a concoction that'll kill you instantly and painlessly, or we can put you on this raft with some coconuts full of water and you're on your own.
There you go.
But you gotta
go.
I mean, Dr. Smith on Lost in Space, whether what version in what universe, he or she never took personal response. Always, I mean, almost stretched the imagination of how far he could just
gaslight people.
Like she leaves this guy to die, and then she's like, "Oh, in a way, I saved you." And all it was a mind play on him.
Gaslighting.
Was whatever terminology you want to call it, newfangled or old terminology. It's just mind blowing to me. I can't live my life like that. I don't want to go around looking over my shoulder all the time and trying to make up the next lie that because you're gonna trip up, you're gonna catch up. I can't. The characters but they make for great fools, Doc. They make for great villains.
Yes.
Yeah. He's the protagonist.
Compelling villains.
Mm-hmm. Shadow, tell Rex, Doc, and Dave how good that Hatch book is, and tell them to buy it. The art looks great, but the trailer is boring. Who are you talking about there? You talking about Hatch? Who are you talking about?
Hatch is absolutely wonderful.
Hatch is amazing.
Yeah, I think all these guys know already, Glenn. But I am spreading the word everywhere I go, sir.
The word of Hatch.
The gospel of Hatch.
That's right. He's what Ziggy only wishes he could have been.
Yeah. Well, I've said it before. I think there's a little bit of, I see a little bit of a Ziggy type character in there, but not necessarily. He is your own unique creation.
That's why I made that comment, Rex. Because
Yeah. Let me find Hatch here. I have been sharing out the link. I don't know if it's in today's down below. I kind of mix it up. A lot of people fulfilling at the end of the year. So I guess that's a good time to fulfill, right in time for Christmas, huh?
Bad time to launch.
Yeah, that's, I'm going to put off my launch till, February 3rd.
Yeah, I think that's a wise move, dude. Because I mean, really, if you want to burn 60 days on a campaign, start it at the beginning of the December.
Yeah. I mean, and especially in this economy, right?
Good Lord, man.
And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. So
I got a vise and a pair of pliers, and I'm stretching every penny that comes through my hands. I can tell you that.
Here's what we've been talking about. Hatch annotated over on Fund My Comic, 11 backers, $506. We got to get some movement going on here, honey. It is funded.
Oh, wow.
You are going to get your book.
I've only gotten mine. It's spectacular.
You've already gotten yours, right? It's mailing out. He started, I think, November 1st.
I got the hardcover edition, and it looks lovely on my shelf. Can't wait
now,
for.
I know Dave has a bunch of hat stuff in his collection. I think you do too, don't you, Doc? You've got a few.
No, I've got his Jack Kirby book, but I really want that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to get it.
Oh yeah.
Just as soon as Rex pays me.
Yeah, I got the first. I got the first hatch, and I got the annotated, and I am anxiously awaiting the hatch number 2.
Far out in space, and has no knowledge of anywhere else. His day compounds bewilderment with disbelief as his life unfolds before him. A life he marvels at, embraces, and is ultimately frustrated by, albeit in a comedic way. This 100-page, full-color, annotated edition of Hatch not only boasts an in-depth interview with creator Glenn B. Fleming, as he takes us through the evolution of this lovable character, but also presents previously unseen original artwork from the Hatch archive. All this, along with the creator's annotation and anecdotes.
For some reason, Melvin was not coming to my brain. I just read it, and the word still didn't want to come into my head.
And I'm steadily shouting at you while my mic is muted.
Yeah.
Melvin!
Oh, God. We're like a bunch of old dudes sitting around the fucking coffee bar in the morning.
Yeah.
Lord willing, we're going to do a get-together and have everybody.
One day I'd love to do that, guys. That'd be awesome.
We'll have some coffee in the morning and some brandy in the
some
evening.
bourbon in the evening,
and maybe some barbecue for dinner, huh? On the grill, off the grill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but not in this weather. It's been windy. It's been blistery today.
I volunteer to man the grill unless somebody else wants.
Look, let me tell y'all a true story about what happened to me today. When I thought for sure I was going to die. Okay, legit. So I was working this morning and I had a mind bender of a headache, and I thought, what do I have in this house for a headache? Nothing except the stupid baby aspirin, take one a day for your heart, blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, well, 8 of those is the same as 2 regular aspirin. So I took 8 of those. Didn't think about it for a moment.
Oh my
God. I just dropped 8 little bombs of acid into my stomach.
Oh, God.
It slowly disintegrate as they're going through the worst parts. So I had forgotten that. And all of a sudden, it feels like someone has taken a molten hatchet and gone, what? Right into my chest.
Whoa,
I'm doubled over. I think, God, this is it. I'm going to die. I can't straighten up. I can't breathe. You know, with
Oh,
the
shit.
sharp pain. So I
Man.
stagger myself out to the living room because, you know, that's where you want to go die.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to die on the couch, you know?
Yeah, I got to make it to the couch. So I
Mm.
get to the couch and I'm curled up and I'm like, God, man, you know, I put on a boring lecture so something would keep me company while I died. And
Mhm.
I'm
Wow.
laying there, and my medical brain went, "Hey, dumbass!" I was like, what? That's acid hitting you like that. Oh, so then I get up and I start staggering around the house looking for some kind of antacid. There's nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So, oh wait,
Neutralize that acid.
there's
Did you not have milk?
there's baking soda. Milk has lactic acid. It makes things worse.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I
So
forgot
I
about
got a little teaspoon of baking soda.
that.
Chased it with a bottle of water, and that's how you know I'm sick. By the way, it's like when dogs eat grass, they're sick. When dog drinks water, he's sick. I drank the water, and I felt, and then the big burp, and I'm like, I'm alive.
I'm a new man.
And I'm like, thank you, brain, for remembering the antidote, and curse you, brain, for forgetting that would happen in the first place. Because that was,
Yeah.
fellas, that was it. I was getting my affairs in order in my brain.
The brain is a double-edged sword.
It is. It is. So I said that because now the headache's creeping up on me again, and I'm going to go find some Tylenol or some ibuprofen, even though it's rough on the stomach. If you chase it with milk, you're good. You know what I mean?
I don't really have too much of a problem with ibuprofen on my stomach.
Don't ever take it on an empty stomach.
Oh shit! I take it every morning on an empty stomach.
Well, that's why you're half dead, Shadowhawk.
Oh,
20,
probably.
20 comic-sized metal prints from Phoenix Animation with art by Jason Bascom, colored by Dan Kemp, will be given randomly to
No
destroy
condolences from
your
Rex. Just
backer.
move on to the next. Just move on to the next.
Well, I mean, do we
that's-
want to talk about your ulcer for the next 2 days? Is that it?
No, I wanted. I needed to hear from you, Rex. I'm praying for you, Doc. And
It'll be all right. Well, I know you'll make it through
yeah.
it if you're on here. Well, I mean, now he gets off camera because he's all embarrassed. Doc, it's not your time yet. You know, it's not your time. You're not even close. Of course, we never know, right? We have said
Nope.
that.
So reassuring, Rex.
I know. You know, he's put me in the grave, so I might as well stay there.
Wait,
How's it
Here's an
like
old
that?
Here's an old Kentucky Fried Chicken ad you might find interesting. The Colonel's Holiday 3-way, twice the breast, thighs, and legs.
Colonel's Holiday 3-way.
Yeah, with 2
Oh,
women
very
there
nice.
pictured with him, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah, we didn't
Wow.
even think about that back in the day. Yeah, just put it out there.
No wonder the Colonel was smiling.
Original
How
or
about-
crisp?
How about that for a title, Rex?
Oh, bleeding cool. I actually have a couple of those, Dave, although not that particular issue. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good magazine comic, kind of comic magazine on comics.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, I do actually have a couple of those. Pretty neat.
Aren't they
little
just
magazine.
like online now or something?
Yeah. There actually is a Bleeding Fool on comics. You know.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was published 2013, I think, 2012. How about that?
Planet of the Apes. Yeah, I believe that
Oh, cool.
is Alex Ross painting. Actually, he did some Planet of the Apes paintings, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's done the art for that page.
Oh, I have to do I have to do some lizard representation. You're not going to like it, Shadowhawk.
Okay. Why?
It's woke Godzilla.
Oh, Pink Godzilla? Oh.
Ha
Oh. I thought it Have you seen what's going on with the Pink Godzilla
There you go,
now
Doc.
in the new Legendary one?
The doctor is in.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Cool.
the doctor is in.
So Rex,
Yeah.
when the show's over, don't run off
Okay.
because we're gonna get a plot out of you.
Oh, I think I have that comic with maybe the Doctor Who comic. Okay, we're gonna get a plot out of me. Wow, man. When Doc's ready to move, he's like, no time like the present.
I do
The
not.
doctor is performing
Doc,
certain
have
ways
you
into
seen-
removing.
Have you
the
seen the
plot.
Godzilla with the pink spikes and everything?
Yeah,
I
what
have,
is it?
but do you remember the thing with, is the dress black and blue or is it gold and white? You remember that?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
Same thing here.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Sledgehammer.
Again, I'm slow today, man. It was a long day.
Couple of adverts.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they should have gone. I mean, it kind of looks cool. They should have gone a little more red though, instead of quite some.
Or purple. They
It's
could do
actually
purple.
it's actually green. You just got to
Huh?
look at it. It's actually green. You just got to look at it right.
Dracula. We were talking about this the other day. This great scene, Dracula, 1972 AD, is where he takes the wheel and kind of dispatches Dracula with it. Shadowhawk.
Oh, okay.
Remember when Peter Cushing was kind of
Yeah,
running
yeah,
over,
yeah.
you know, spiking his heart with the wheel or whatever to
Mhm.
dispatch Dracula. That was actually pretty clever, actually. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, you use it. What's handy, right?
Yeah, well, I just thought, it's always a stake in the heart, right? Kind of like King Kong. He always falls off
Well,
the
yeah,
building.
you
He never, it's always the same thing, right? And they kind of switched it up. Since we got Dave here, there you go, Dave. Your favorite artist, Gene Colan,
Ah,
page from Tomb of Dracula.
Oh,
Which
very
he-
cool.
talking
One
of
that I
Gene.
liked was it called Night Watch or what was it called? Night something
It
Shadowhawk,
was called
from DC
Night
Comics?
Force. Night Force.
Night Force.
Nice.
think-
Yeah.
I remember reading all of those and enjoying them, when they came out. And I think that would be, they should come out with a TV series based on that book.
Oh, look at that. David just pulls one right out of midair.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh, there you go. Number
Blam.
one. Yeah.
Very cool.
I think I would have to reread that. I wonder if they've ever made that into a trade paperback. I imagine at some point.
Yeah,
they
they
did.
have. They have.
Okay, I'll have to get that just to have it all comprised into one book.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think they should make that into like a TV show. I think it'd be interesting.
Hmm.
I think the
Yeah,
Baron.
it might actually do. It's a pretty good.
See what they did with the lights there with the boat? It looks like a skull,
Yeah,
kind of, sort of,
I was just looking at that. Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
with maybe the moon behind them, I guess, making the.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I bought all those. I got to reading it from issue 1, enjoyed it, and kept reading it. That's one of the better covers. I really like that with the snake coming out from the guy that's in the dark in the cage.
Mm.
Close up of her. That's a pretty cool cover.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have all of them, but I know I have that one. I used to have all of them. Hell, I might even have a Night Force. I might even have the Night Force trade paperback. I need to go through my trade paperbacks. We lost Shadowhawk. He'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that was a cool skull cover too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I enjoyed Night Force. Night Force came out in the early 80s, right, Dave?
Yeah, I think it was around about that.
Mm-hmm. I remember he was the Baron, the main character. He was, I think, around issue 15, maybe a little bit closer than that. They did, and you'll see it on the covers. He's kind of Nazi related, something. There's always a creepy stairway or a creature at the bottom or the top of the stairs. That's kind of a trope type thing. Cool cover, though. Were you a big fan, Doc, of Gene Colan?
I enjoyed his work very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a unique artist,
very
isn't he?
cinematic, Doc. Very cinematic.
Yes.
Definitely, especially the way he distorts and does his angles and stuff.
Great
Yeah.
storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very visual storyteller.
Yes.
I think I've actually mentioned Night Force, and you whip these things out. You keep these things pretty handy. I like this, but then I know Gene Colan's your favorite. Probably, if you had to narrow it down to one artist, Gene Colan would be one of your favorite.
I do like his work, I must admit.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great cover. Look at that, Doc.
Oh yeah.
Seeing
Beautiful
without
stuff.
seeing. What'd you say?
Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff, yeah. Look at that. Straight out of Revelation, right? The beast with many crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
End time type stuff. I can't even remember the story. I just remember I enjoyed it. Just bits and pieces. Mainly the covers. Yeah, see there? That's the origin of the Baron. Yeah, I remember that issue for sure. Had to have that. Crucified basically are shackled to a swastika. I might have to do a similar cover for Devil Flyer where he's shackled to a swastika.
Yeah, I just thought I'd show you those since I had them to hand.
Yeah, there was only about 15 issues, wasn't there?
Yeah, I've got the first 13 here.
Okay. So that was the origin of Baron was issue 13?
I think there was only 14 issues, Rex.
Okay. So you're lacking one.
I've just ordered it.
Oh, have you?
He said, "Not for long."
Not for long. He doesn't let the grass grow under his feet.
But this is the trade paperback.
Very nice. Now that appears to be a hardback.
It is.
Okay. All right. What'd that kind of run you there in poundage?
This was about
Probably not too bad.
It was about, well, it's not got an English price on it, but it was about $40.
Really? That much?
Yeah.
Really? I'm shocked at that, really.
$40.
But it is a hard paperback. And if they did a hardback, not hard paperback, a hardback.
That was the first appearance of Night Force because it was a free comic.
Right, the 16-page. What was that in?
It was in Teen Titans.
Oh, Teen Titans. Right. That's right. Yeah.
I think it was number 21.
Yeah, they did Arag, Son of Thunder that way. They did the new Teen Titans that way, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they did.
In DC
Comics. They did that in
26.
DC Presents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a Green Lantern Superman story. Oh, the colors pop on that.
They do that.
Yeah. They probably changed the colors. For some of these volumes, I don't even think they have to change the colors. You just put it on white paper instead of that rag newsprint. It's going to make a difference.
We can actually compare it, Rex.
You can. In the back, it kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I've
see,
got my
since you
original
have the
issue here.
floppies there handy. Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I would
Have a
say Night Force #1, white sensitive cover. You know, it's got a lot of white on it, can get dirty.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
There you
which
go.
is okay, so the one with the barcode there is the comic. Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's gonna be the interior pages that really
Yeah. Bear with me, Rex. Bear
and then
with me.
you're dealing with the age of the paper, the yellowing, right? Of the
Yeah,
paper.
that's true too.
And color bleed through.
Yeah.
Oops,
Oh.
I know it's hard, Dave.
Let's try that
Maya,
again.
hold it with your tail.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh wow, yeah. Look at
Yeah, it's gonna be, and it just more in focus.
that.
You know,
A lot more crispy on the.
It's crispy.
No.
Yeah,
True,
It's
but
crispy.
you know, I'm not going to turn my nose up at the one in his right, our left.
Right. And
No,
and the
I
hardback,
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. But
the floppy has a better smell to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that
this
those
was
old
the
school
comic book
comics just
smell.
smell so good.
Ambiance. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
like a fine wine, right?
Ah,
Yeah.
dude, I still love
Yeah.
that when I crack open an old issue and you get that,
You
that little
can't
mustiness coming
beat
in. It's like,
the
oh,
original comic book smell, can you?
And you don't get the ads either if it had good ads in it.
No, you
Mm.
don't.
You
You
know,
don't. That's it.
you know, usually, I mean, some of the newer books, even going back to the 80s, really didn't have that stellar ads. But there you go, a full page Sergeant Rock, Joe Kubert ad.
yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
Rimco. That's 1982. That's the year the Sergeant Rock toys came out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I missed those. Damn.
Oh, yeah, they had and Willy Wonka. How many times you seen that one on the back? Willy Wonka candy ad on the back.
That's the inside advert there.
Man, myth and magic.
Oh, dude, I've got that. My dad collected that back in the 60s when it first came out.
Actually,
Okay.
that book you're holding, Dave, I think will go up in value. I think that's one of those hidden gems. You know,
Yeah, I think so.
I really like that run. You know, there you go, Bubble Yum. Yeah. I ate that all throughout grade school and high school and stuff. You know, along with other types of gum.
That was the one that they had the rumor back in the day that it was so smooth and chewy because they made it with spider eggs.
Spider eggs.
Ooh.
Yummy.
You remember that?
I do. I remember.
I
I don't care. I
I
still
just
chewed
had
it.
to chase the cat. She was getting up to mischief.
When I'm
Oh.
around this guy right here, I feel like a used piece of toothpaste, toothpaste in the tube, because he will squeeze it out of you, whether you want to give it to him or not. He's like, I want to see the rest of the story today.
I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to leave you to Doc's tender mercies.
Oh, God.
Get him, Doc.
Bad enough you came back in here as a white nipple.
What? How dare you, sir?
How dare you? Lifesaver, yeah, puzzle maze ad. Yeah, I never did work one of those things. I was smart enough not to, put it in pencil or ink in the book. Anything to destroy the book, right?
No, I suppose I'm going to have to go in a minute and feed the cat.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Dave. We're going to get out of here. I got to talk to Doc, do business. He's wanting to.
Yeah.
We got to do a page count, though. Okay, we really do. That's the thing about it. I can't go. And I don't want to come up short, although I have art that I can put in a pin up or something. But I want it to be all story. But we'll see what it winds up.
One of these days, Rex, we'll do this on a live stream so everybody can see how frustrating you are.
Only to you, Doc. I mean, I pretty much give everybody a free reign of, how to, I mean,
I'm just going to show you this.
I'm a hands-off type guy for the most part.
I'm just showing
Ooh.
you this one before I go.
Oh, is that Lucille Ball?
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like
Mm.
her. I mean, not really.
Yeah,
I mean, you
Not the
could
best
tell who they
drawing
were
of her.
going for.
Mm.
Her shoulders are a
Blue
little
water.
big there. Lucy
I
was
have some
Lucy
blue
was
water
thin.
comics.
Man.
I have
Yeah.
some of those blue water unofficial biography comics.
Yeah. I just thought I'd show you that one before I go.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
All
Dave.
right,
It's always
good.
good to see you,
Nice
sir.
that it was
Everybody
Lucille
again.
Ball.
Dave, always a pleasure to see you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. It's nice to see you once more.
Before
again.
you leave, Dave, can you say it? Can you say the thing and get us out of here?
Keep collecting.
Ha!